Welcome. Hi guys. Long time no see. I hope that everybody is doing well. I hope that everybody has had an amazing Monday so far. I think it's Monday. I hope that everybody's had an amazing Monday so far. Welcome. If you are new to my channel, I am Yinka, the owner and creator of my snack shop, and I help women balance their hormones naturally. If you guys are here from the title of this video, do not be alarmed. Valentine's is, it's Valentine's, and we're gonna talk about it, you guys. If you are feeling under the weather, if you feeling you got the love blues or whatever the case is, you don't got no homegirls to go out and celebrate with, whatever the case is, we're gonna talk all about it tonight. Just because I know that is, I think it's tomorrow. Valentine's is tomorrow. So it's gonna be a lot of people who, I typically don't be on the internet when it's things going on. Like all weekend I was not on the internet because people was talking about the Super Bowl. Yeah, I didn't even know the Super Bowl was going on until I got on Facebook. So I typically try to stay off of social media during holidays or major events because I don't want to see all that. But yes, Valentine's is one of those times where I will not probably be on social media that much either, or I'll probably just check in like that evening to go live or whatever. But I wanted to tell you guys why, and if it resonates with you, then give it a thumbs up and let's talk about it down in the comments. So I hope that this information is helpful for you guys. The intention of this video is to let you guys know is how or why I don't celebrate Valentine's Day, and things that you can do if you would like to celebrate Valentine's Day but you do not have a partner, or you want to celebrate Valentine's Day in some way, or if you want to start celebrating Valentine's Day. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Again, thank you guys for joining me today, and this is gonna be a quick little live. It's gonna definitely be a little quick. I'm gonna go live on TikTok because I do feel the need to do readings tonight, so I am gonna go on TikTok, but we're not gonna be on here long. So I just wanted to give you guys a little briefing. So for one, I apologize, you guys. I have not been feeling my best as of last week, as far as like not physically. I haven't been feeling like physically off, but I have been feeling a little disconnected from my tribe. And it's no offense to you guys in any way. I just haven't felt the need, or I haven't felt the urgency to actually get on live on any platform. So I do apologize, you guys, for my absence. I will say that for one, first, but let's get right into it, y'all. So the reason why I do not celebrate Valentine's Day, so I don't celebrate any major holidays. The only holiday that I even acknowledge is Juneteenth, and sometimes Halloween. Like I'll acknowledge Halloween, but I don't celebrate any holidays. I don't celebrate any holidays because I don't need nobody telling me when to love on somebody. I don't need nobody telling me when to get together with my family, to love on each other, to give each other gifts and things like that. I am intentional all year round, so I don't really celebrate any of those. That's just me personally. That's just the reason why personally. And then if you actually go back and look at I guess you say the origin of why these holidays even exist, then you probably wouldn't celebrate them either. You probably wouldn't celebrate them either, but it's not my job or nor my intention on this video to kind of like sway you to not celebrate it. I'm just more so talking about myself as to why I don't celebrate it. So usually when people hear that, they're like, oh, well, I've never had a beautiful or surprising, spontaneous Valentine's Day before. Like that's never happened for me, so that's why I would like it. And that's 100% understandable. I remember a time where I did celebrate holidays and I did care for Valentine's Day, and I can't honestly say that I haven't had romantic Valentine's Days. Valentine days. Like I can't say that I haven't experienced romantic ones. Even back to high school, I have had good Valentine's days, but I've never been someone in a relationship to ever press Valentine's Day. Even if I was in a relationship, or if I was single, I've never pressed Valentine's Day no more than I pressed any other holiday, simply because I like to feel wanted. I like to feel celebrated all year long. And I know people say, oh, well, you know, that's cliche, blah, blah, blah. Like, I get the reason why people say that, but that's simply my truth. Like, I don't know anybody who focuses on Valentine's Day who's actually in happy relationships. I really don't. Like, not me personally. Like, most of the time, the guy will go all out as far as like a vacation or something like that. But as far as like gifts and stuff like that, most of the people that I know in healthy, happy relationships, they don't really care for Valentine's Day either. It's more so just like a status thing, like the size of your ring, honestly. Like, honestly, that's really what it is. Like, to show your friends and, you know, to feel celebrated online, just to see who got the best gifts and things like that. But that's just not something that I care about. That's not something that I don't even care about that, like, for Christmas or nothing like that, because again, I don't celebrate holidays. So that's not that big of a deal to me. My question was to you guys, do y'all give y'all partners Valentine's gifts? Because when I did celebrate Valentine's Day, I gave my man Valentine's gifts, and I see a lot of women don't give guys shit for Valentine's Day. And I feel like that's very fucked up, because again, it should be reciprocated. Like, I give really nice gifts for Valentine's Day, or I used to give really nice gifts for Valentine's Day, because I know what if I was receiving a nice gift, then I would want that back in return. So that's just my thing when it comes to Valentine's Day. If y'all knew the history, or I could give y'all a brief history of what Valentine's Day is. So Valentine's Day originated with I want to get the names right, so I am going to look up the person to make sure I got the right name. Hold on, y'all. I want to make sure I got the right name. Obviously, the main guy's name was Valentine. His last name was Valentine. But pretty much when it comes to Valentine's Day, the whole point of Valentine's Day, it started with, like, women being literally abused, like, literally being, like, stoned to death. Like, that's literally, like, the history. Like, women would get raped and things like that around this time, what was considered Valentine's Day. So I want to give you guys the actual full story before I even and this is something y'all can easily Google, which I know most of y'all don't, but I want to make sure that y'all just know I'm not pulling this out of my head, and I want to know the other person's name. Saint Valentine's, obviously, but it's somebody else's name. So Saint Valentine's Day, which also was a feast day, a feast of saints. Let's see. Who's the first one? Jeffrey Chancer. That's what I was gonna say. Jeffrey Chaucer or Chaucer. I don't fucking know how to pronounce that. Sorry, y'all. But that's the name I was looking for. He's a poet, and he was the one who kind of like coined, I guess, Valentine's Day, or established it as a, yeah, I don't know why my laptop is not working. Like, I cannot even scroll. I feel like it's been like a Mercury retrograde type of energy. Like, I know Mercury not retrograde. I don't think it's retrograde, but my technology, all of my devices have just been doing whatever the hell they want to do. Am I the only one? Okay. What is happening? Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna just give you a brief history of what I know. I don't know what the hell my laptop is doing right now. It just went completely black. And it's on the charger, so I know it's not dead. But anywho's, so pretty much it was kind of like a day of fertility, if I'm not mistaken, because I read about this years ago. But if I'm not mistaken, this was like a day of fertility, and like, guys were pretty much for women who were not fertile, for women who were not able to bear children, they would pretty much like unalive them because they weren't fertile. I do not remember the story on how it actually became a day of love, like what made it actually about love. But I do know that's originally what this feast was about, like celebrating like fertility or celebrating women who were able to bear children. That's how it originally started, but I can't remember how, or I don't recall like what made it a actual love day or how it became, how it, well, the poet Jeffrey, he was the one who made it I guess his poem somehow related to love or whatever, but he was the one who coined it as a love day. But it don't have shit to do with love, y'all. It honestly doesn't. It's really like a massacre, like honestly. It has absolutely nothing to do with love. So that's one of the main reasons why I would never celebrate it again. But again, to each their own. I don't care about what the reasons why y'all celebrate it, because obviously I understand as a Western culture, that's just something that y'all do. Like a lot of y'all celebrate holidays just because it's tradition. So I'm not knocking you for celebrating it. I just want to make sure that you are aware of what you're actually celebrating. The same thing for any other holiday. Go and look back to the origin of why you do stuff. And my intention on telling you guys this is, again, not to sway you to not celebrate Valentine's Day or to not celebrate any holiday, but it is to provoke thought for you to go and actually see, why do you celebrate these type of holidays? Why are you following these practices and continuing these traditions of our people being hurt, or people in general being hurt, or people you know, genocides and things like that, like things that have absolutely nothing to do with love, light, or healing, or uplifting? We're celebrating them every single year, giving it energy every single year when there's no meaning behind it, there's no intention behind it. And the intention of the originator who actually made it a holiday or whatever, their intentions were not well for us. So I just want you guys to actually understand what you're celebrating and why you're celebrating it in the first place. With that being said, if you are somebody who still wants to celebrate Valentine's Day, or you feel like, you know, I don't have a partner and I feel bad because all of my friends do, you just getting this little lonely feeling of not feeling like you're good enough because all of your friends have it, or even if they don't have it, like you just want to experience it one time. I encourage you to take this day to romanticize your life. I encourage you to take this day to go to the spa, to treat yourself to your finest foods. You know, take yourself out on a date and do it unapologetically and do it with the utmost confidence. That's what I want you guys to do. If you are somebody who's struggling with wanting to feel wanted, or feeling wanted, or wanting to be in a relationship, or wanting to be celebrated and things like that, start with celebrating yourself. And I know that that's cliche. I know that nobody wants to hear that when they're crying over being in love and wanting to wanting romance and things like that. Nobody ever wants to hear the hard truth, or if they hear it, it's just like, okay, well, I do love myself, but that don't mean I don't want somebody else to love on me. One thing that I know for sure, and this is a fact, not an opinion, but I have never seen, and it does not exist, somebody who's truly confident within themselves, somebody who truly loves themselves, somebody who is content with their own peace and their own happiness. I've never seen anybody who fits that category who is desperate for love. I have never seen it. It does not exist, because it's not possible for you to be like, it's one thing to desire love, and it's one thing to be desperate for love. It is okay to desire somebody to love on you, to want a family, to want to start life and things like that with someone and build with somebody. That's natural, that's human to want to, you know, build in that way. But to be desperate for it, meaning that you're going to be sad for an entire day because somebody didn't celebrate you, that's where you crossing over the line. It is not there. It's not possible for you to enjoy your own solitude, for you to be happy and romanticize your own life, and still and still be desperate for somebody else to do it for you. Because somebody who's sure of themselves, somebody who loves themselves and know that they're the prize and know that they're valuable, they're not sitting around waiting for somebody to do anything for them that is of love, to do anything for them that's romantic, to do anything for them that's spontaneous. They're giving it to themselves. And the hack to actually finding the partner that's going to do all of those things, or attracting the partner that's going to do all those things for you, is doing it for yourself, y'all. Like, that is literally the hack. Like, everybody wants to take the shortcut and they think that it's some secret way to manifest anything. You can manifest love and relationships the same way you manifest anything else in life. I don't know why people act like it's so hard to find love. I feel like it's not hard to find love. It's hard to love people who want to love possessively, or the average person loves possessively. A lot of people struggle with finding somebody who's monogamous, or a lot of people struggle with finding somebody who wants to take it serious and be as committed as they are. That's where the problem comes, when your love has conditions on it. But finding somebody to love you and for you to love them, it's not hard to do. And if y'all go back to the last video that I just said about how how to make friends and things like that, it comes from you genuinely wanting to connect with people without wanting to control them. How often are you in relationships, or are you dating people, or are you talking to your friends? Like, how often are you engaging in those relationships without expectations? And I don't mean expectations like not holding people accountable for things that y'all have agreed on and things like that, because you can expect those things. If somebody said that they're going to be committed and monogamous to you, you can hold them to the expectation that they made this promise to you. If you are somebody who is if somebody said that they wanted to marry you, or whatever the case is, you can hold them to that standard. Or if they say they want to be exclusive, you can hold them to that standard. But what I mean by expectations is people expect people to show up and love them the way that they want to be loved, and some. Like, it's not fair to have the responsibility of someone else to be your happiness, to be your peace, to be your joy, to be your financial dependent, like all of those things. Like, it's not fair to put that much pressure on somebody else when you haven't done the work to apply it to yourself. If that makes sense. Like, if you come into a relationship already pampering yourself, already taking care of yourself financially, your bills are already paid up, you got everything that you desire in life, your career is good, your friendships are good, everything, everything is fine. If you are in that situation, when you start to attract somebody else, for one, your mind is going to automatically say, if they're not giving me what I already give myself, or it should say, if they're not giving me what I'm already giving myself, I'm not attracted to it. Like, if you coming in my life and I know I spend this much on myself, or I like to go to these type of restaurants, I like to do these type of things, and you just like, nah, I don't want to do that. That's cool. That's not my thing, and I don't want to do those things for you, then something in you should say, okay, well, I'm not going to let you treat me worse than I treat me. That's not the level that I'm on. So we're not compatible. Like, let's move on. That's the first thing that you're going to say, or that's the first thing that you should say. And that's easy to navigate, right? If you see that somebody's not treating you how you treat you, or better, then they're not it. Like, that should be easy. But we get into this mindset of it has to look like social media portrays it. Like, let's be clear. Social media should not be defining your relationship. Social media is saying that, oh, if he don't post you, or if he don't buy you nothing for Valentine's Day, that he don't really like you like that. But he's showing you all year that he cares about you. He's showing you all year that, he supports you. He's providing, he's protecting, he's doing everything right, but he didn't celebrate you on this day. Now it's a problem because Jessica at the job, she got her man to bring, or her man decided to bring her flowers to the job. Now y'all just competing with each other. Y'all just competing with your other friends and things like that. Let's not do that, you guys. Let's not do that. Because when you comparing yourself to other people, like, y'all, I'm not trying to be funny, but, and I try to make sure I say the right things. A lot of y'all be chasing social media relationships and not be knowing that most of these relationships where they're openly public, most of these are the worst relationships. Like, most of these are the worst relationships, meaning that like that person can go all out for them, balloons, the hotel room full of the red petals and all of that, and just got done whipping their ass right before they even on the drive there, right before they got in the car and drove over there to that place, probably got their ass whooped. Like that's the thing. Or they've been cheating the whole entire relationship and now they want to go all out for that day. Y'all have to stop comparing yourselves to other people's relationships. If the person is that you're with is treating you well, you like them, they like you, everything is going fine, please stop letting social media dictate whether your relationship is healthy or not. Please stop letting social media dictate whether your relationship is progressing or not, whether it's a good relationship or if y'all a good fit or not. Do whatever is making you happy and stop putting these unrealistic standards to your counterparts, making them feel like this is an obligation for them to do. When it's not. It really don't have nothing to do with anything, okay? Social media has nothing to do with anything, and it definitely should not be defining your life. It should not be defining your relationships, your life, or nothing else for that matter. But specifically relationships, because we're talking about Valentine's Day. Please stop letting these relationships on social media define how your person treats you. And then the last thing I want to say before we head out, the last thing I want to say is when you are treating yourself, when you are doing great things for yourself, like don't look at it as if you don't have anyone to do it for you. You should be grateful. You should be grateful that you are spending this much time with yourself. Your relationship with yourself is more important than your relationship with anybody else on a planet. So if on this day you're upset and you're lonely and you're mad just because nobody else is celebrating you, what does that say about your ability to celebrate yourself? And I do understand a lot of people feeling like, you know, well, I do celebrate myself a lot and I do all of that, but it's okay. Like, but I do feel lonely. I do feel like I want a relationship. And y'all, I'm not saying that it doesn't exist at all, but it's very rare where you're lonely when you're content with yourself. Like you can be by yourself and never be lonely. Like if you don't love your solitude, that means that you don't love something within yourself. And you need to ask yourself, like, what is so hard about me, or what don't I like about myself that I don't like spending time with me? What don't I like about myself that I don't feel like I'm deserving of love? And how do you even expect anybody else to care for you and to love you, or how to nurture you and how to care for you if you're not even doing it for yourself? That's again holding unrealistic expectations. If you have somebody coming into your life and they're like, oh, what are some things that you like? And you just waiting for them to take you to all these different places and to expose you to all these different things, but you don't even have a list of things that you want to try. You don't have no hobbies. You don't have no favorite restaurant, no nothing. Like you don't have no aspirations. You just waiting for somebody to come and save you. That's not how you're going to get nowhere, y'all. It's really not. So that's what I really got for y'all as far as it pertains. Like, I know that this live was completely random, but I'm going to try to do better this week, getting back here on live every day with you guys, because I wasn't feeling the energy last week. But yesterday I did like this weekend I did like a house clean and everything, like reset the energy. I really wasn't on social media this weekend at all, and I do feel better energetically, somewhat. But I am about to head over to TikTok and do a few readings. If you guys would like to join me, my TikTok is at my snatch shop. And also, you guys, if you are getting back out there, getting back into the dating game after your healing period, or you're ready to start your healing period, make sure you click the link in the description. I'll have it down there, and get my conscious dating checklist. It's an ebook that I dropped for my birthday last month. I dropped it on my birthday, but it's an ebook on how to date consciously, how to not jeopardize all the growth that you've done as you're working on yourself, how to not do that once you start back dating. Because a lot of people, they say, oh, I'm celibate for 2-3 years, I'm abstinent for all these years, I'm not dating, I'm focusing on me, I'm working on me. As soon as they start back dating, they still end up attracting the same people, because they haven't really learned how to mingle with their counterparts and still maintain their peace, still maintain their femininity and still maintain the growth of healing that they've already maintained by themselves. So that ebook will let you guys know everything and you need to know when you should be ready to go outside. Some of y'all not even ready to go back outside. So when you should go back outside, when you get outside, the red flags to look for so you don't go back. And then once you are with somebody who has shown and proved to you that they are worth pursuing, how to not be toxic and lose out on a good thing just because of your past mistakes or you know, past experiences, how to move past that. So that ebook talks about all of that. Again, it's called the Conscious Dating Checklist. It'll be linked down in the description. And also, if you are somebody who wants to start off your spiritual journey, your healing journey as it pertains to your womb healing and things like that, I have a free ebook, Secrets to a Goddess Pussy. That's going to be in the same link tree in the description, and you guys can download that for free. And that's all I got for you guys. Again, I hope that this was helpful for you guys. If it was, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really does help with the algorithm. I do appreciate you guys for being here. And if you want to get more videos where this one came from, then make sure you hit the subscription button. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Come on. And y'all don't want to hang up.